Communities in the tropics are familiar with the malaria-causing parasite called Plasmodium. And Uganda is no stranger to the devastating imprint it can have on the population.
Malaria contributes to about 14% of all OPD cases and 20% of all admissions. And then about 70,000 people dying every year.
The huge impact of malaria on the rural poor is reflected by how many of them spend up to 34% of household income on its treatment.
But very little is said about the actual cause of death, which is severe malaria. And we've tended to shy away from addressing the issues of severe malaria, partly because I guess the interventions are considered to be expensive.
For now, Uganda is sticking religiously to the World Health Organization's recommendations in a bid to fight malaria to limit its effects. The recommendations include the control and eradication of the disease using long-lasting insecticide-treated mosquito nets, improving access to effective anti-malaria treatment, the use of artemisinin-based combination drugs, especially among pregnant women and children below 5 years, and strengthening health infrastructure. These efforts have been complemented by indoor residue spraying using chemicals like DDT and Icon. But despite these interventions, malaria continues to claim thousands of lives each year.
Mosquitoes are gaining an upper hand over the available insecticides. The parasites which cause the disease are also rapidly gaining resistance against malaria drugs such as chloroquine.
It is why scientists will not stop at anything to explore all possible solutions to save lives from the parasite. Since the early 1990s, researchers have been trying to develop a vaccine as the most effective way to eliminate malaria, like it has happened for diseases like measles and polio. But hopes for success continue to elude researchers, except for one vaccine called RTSS, which has given some hope of protecting children from developing malaria.
It is very difficult to develop a vaccine against a disease-causing microbe that changes rapidly. And indeed, this is one problem that we are facing.
Now GMZ2, a vaccine similar in properties to RTSS, is to be tried out in Uganda as well as Gabon, Burkina Faso and Gambia. The trials will be carried out in children between 6 months to 6 years. In Uganda, the trials of the GMZ2 vaccine will take place in Iganga district. Iganga already has established infrastructure and a workforce as well as a population that is willing to take part in the study. 3 doses of the vaccine will be given to children to observe how they respond to it.
A malaria vaccine would work by limiting the spread of the disease. Once the mosquito has bitten the child, the parasites that cause the disease, the bugs that cause the disease may be killed or disabled and may not be able to multiply as much as they would otherwise multiply.
The study will run for 2 years. If successful, the vaccine could become available for use as early as 2015.
And so you would have anywhere from 30 to 50,000 children saved from dying of malaria every year.
However, it will have to be applied in combination with other tried and tested anti-malaria interventions already on the market. Leah Bwanika, NTV.